Chapter 1, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the custom card review. In this custom card review, I may go over the archetype that I go off of the Spanish name, because in the English name, it says, in Spanish, it's
Prisionero Espina.
Yeah. So, or in the English, it's
Thorn Prisoner.
Yep. So, and no, I do not speak Spanish. But I'll just use the English name. But Thorn Prisoner Van, and or it actually says a name up here. But yeah. So this card is, basically is a dark level 1 fiend effect monster with 0 attack, 0 defense. And all these cards that I label, or I took from the anime to be put into real ones. So yeah. So this one, yeah. If this card is normal or special summon, you can select one monster from your opponent's deck or graveyard, equip that selected card to this monster. If it does, then this card gains the equipped monster's attack and defense. If this card is used for Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Link Summon, with the hold on.
Prisionero Espina. Thorn Prisoner.
With a Thorn Prisoner monster or monsters, and it gains this following effect for once per turn. This card can attack your opponents on its life points. And then this one, it has a graveyard effect of, if this card is sent to the grave or banish zone, you can shovel this card into your deck. Draw 2 cards from the top of your deck. Plus, you don't take damage from battles involving this card. And this card's effects cannot be negated or can't be changed by card effects. So this card, I know that I've seen the anime one, but to me, this card needs a major boost of what the Thorn Prisoner needs to be in what the archetype's trying to do. This one, it takes your monster, or takes your opponent's monster. It's like your opponent's monster did something, and it takes, or you can take the monster directly out of your opponent's deck or graveyard. Like, say if your opponent played Winged Dragon Raw, or I forget that golden guy's name. You can take one of them and add it to to be equipped to it. So it's basically like it's taking the monster, like Sangan, and, to be equipped to it. Yeah. And then I'm working with all the effects monsters before. Here we get into the special monsters. So, this is the Thorn Prisoner Banner. It's a dark, level 4 Fiend effect monster. Once per turn during main phase 1, you can select select 2 cards from your graveyard or abandoned zone, shuffle it into the deck. If this card inflicts damage to your opponent's life points, you can pay 100 life points, make this card attack again. If it does, then you draw 2 cards from the top of your deck. This card is used for Ritual Fusion, XYZ, or links with that monsters, the Thorn Prisoner monster or monsters. It gains this following effects. For once per turn, this card attacks 4 times. And this card has a graveyard effect. If this card is in your graveyard or banner zone, you can shuffle this card into the deck, add 1. I'm saying I'm using the English name, so yeah, from anywhere, because the you could see it on here. Yeah, and let's move on to custom characters. So this is what I drew. No, I drew that. So it's the Thorn Prisoner Whipper. So, yeah, it's dark, level 4, Fiend effect monster. If your opponent activates a card effect that inflicts effect damage to your opponent's or to your life points, you can reveal this card, special summon it to your field in attack mode. If it does, then negate that card effect and you gain life points instead of the damage until the next turn. If this card inflicts damage to your opponent's life points, you can select 1 card from your opponent's deck, send it to the graveyard. If it does, then make this card attack again. If this card it has a graveyard effect of this card shoveled into the deck and adds 1 of the Thorny Prisoner card from your deck or graveyard or banner zone, except this card, to your hand. So, yeah. Then we got Thorn Prisoner Dahlia. She's a dark level 4 Fiend effect monster. If this card is normal summoner, you can special summon 3 a Thornhorn's prisoners from your deck, graveyard, or hand to your field in attack mode. If this card is used for like ritual, fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link with that archetypes thing, they both all have a same that gives your monster the special abilities. I think one of these was a tuner too. So yeah. So I think it was let me check. Well, I could not find a tuner monster because I think I did not save it. But yeah. So this card is generic, so anything can make it. So if this card has to be synchro summoned, if this card is special summoned, you can select one tuner monster from your graveyard or deck, special summon it to your field in attack mode, or in the defense mode, sorry. But its defense becomes double the... Yeah, basically... It's a level 5, so... Yeah, let's use our big brain. This one, like, basically it summons any of the tuner monsters that were... You can synchro summon to your hand. Basically, if you had this one out with the... Give me 1 minute. With, like, her, you can only gain... Oh, of course, the synchro monster might gain... Or gains her effect. Like, it makes this card unaffected by card effects. But let me read the effect. So, you can spell summon a tuner monster from your graveyard or deck. Spell summon it to your field in defense mode. But its defense points become double the defense points. So basically, yeah. You could make this card have 4,000 defense and so if this card inflicts damage to your opponent's life points, or inflicts damage, you can pay 100 life points, makes this card attack again. If it does, then your opponent must mill 2 cards from the top of their deck to the graveyard. Their effects are negated until the next 2 turns are up. If this card is sent to the grave, you can special summon after you shuffle this card into the extra deck. That's what the EX/deck means. You can normal summon the synchro materials from anywhere to your field in defense mode. You take no damage from battles involving this card. So basically this card is pretty powerful. Each one has a once per turns on it, but I'm thinking, and I made 2 spells for it. Give me a moment. I haven't done any pictures with it, or I haven't drew a picture of it, but this one is called the this one, Thorn Prisoner Returners. So this card can take 1 Thorn Prisoner monster from your deck, or either add it to your hand or special summon it if this card is sent to, or if this card is in your graveyard. You can shuffle this card into the deck, draw 3 cards from the top of your deck to your hand. So, yeah. It's basically this is for this archetype, but there's a card that had, okay? So, yeah. So, the next card is Catcher. Yeah, this card allows you to shuffle 1 card from your graveyard or bannerstone or hand into the deck. Take 1 monster from your opponent's deck to be special summoned to your field in attack mode, but its name gains this name. So, so basically, instead of Blue Eyes White Dragon, it would be called, it would be using the English name, but the Spanish name is that one that you see up on top, this part right here. So, yeah. I'm using the English name because I always grew up with the English, not the Spanish. So, yeah. So instead of calling it Blue Eyed White Dragon, then it would be called like that, but it would be called Thorn Prisoner, the Blue Eyed White Dragon. That's a pretty long name for a card. When I'm making this video, I might turn that card into the Blue Eyes White Dragon thing. So, or any other monsters. Because it's not just like, I'm just trying to think of cards that are like too broken. Okay? So, yeah. Because this card can take monsters from your opponent's deck to be special summoned to your field and treated as the whole archetype's name. Yeah. Because in that name of the Thorn Prisoner, they need like a card that's like, or they need to have a real world effects that were that works with a modern game. Like this one can be like, oh, I shuffle my van back into my deck. Now I'm going to take your blue-eyed white dragon or your red-eyed black dragon, special summon them, and now I have, because this card is not once per turn. I know that because once you activate both of these two effects, you can shuffle both of them and you take two monsters from your opponent. Yeah, I can see plays of it. Like the return one allows you to add one card from your deck, right, to be added to your hand or special summon it. So like you can special summon a monster without any hesitation. Oh, no need to see that stuff because it's, yeah. So, and, yeah. So, basically, it is pretty powerful effect. Like all the Venom things is pretty powerful. So I will probably make a trap card, and the ones that I said in this video, I'll turn both of them into the yeah. So yeah. Because there's this one, or like these spell cards, like one of them shuffles one back into your deck, and special summons like, I'm taking your whatever, and I'm gonna use your monster. Now it's treated as, now, oh look, I have the perfect one. Now I banish your monster to summon my new monster that I just added. This card is if this, yeah. So basically it is pretty powerful effect. So please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace.